Hey guys. Hey. Welcome back, everybody. Did y'all miss me? Hey, I'm trying to get my. I'm doing a video. I'm trying to get my. Oh, here we go. Here are the comments and stuff. Hey. Okay, here y'all come. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so my computer is right here, but you guys are right here, so I have to kind of um, not be looking in both places at one time. But so I'm back, y'all. I went on vacation, and so I've been gone for like a whole week, but I'm back. Um, I know I had my computer on too. Sorry, but I'm back now, and I wanted to bring this topic up because it was a suggestion, and this is something that I live by, swear by, and it has really been proving to be successful as far as my dating experience has been concerned. So the topic: if you like him, leave him alone. If you like him, leave him alone. And I say this because women get so involved with their feelings. They want to love everybody, and they want everybody to love them, and they want to nurture everybody, and they want to they just want everybody to, a lot of women are motherly. So with that comes the idea that I have to like him, I have to be attracted to him. And women a lot of times are not able to separate the I like him from the he likes me. There's a huge difference. Just because you like someone and just because you're showing an interest in him does not mean the same thing is true for you. You have to recognize who likes you and who you like. If those things are the same, then you're winning. If you like him and he likes you, you're winning. In most relationships, especially marriage, there's a time when one person will like one person more than the other, and it flip flops. So it'll be, this week you may love him or you may like him a lot. And then the very next week, you guys have fallen out of love. You're fussing and fighting, people calling the mamas and all kind of stuff because you guys have fallen out, right? So there's never really a time where you're both in sync and when you're both liking each other. So the most important thing to remember when you're dating, not the most important thing to remember, but one of the most important things to remember when you're dating is how much is he into you? We don't need to know about how much you're into him. We don't care how much he is, how much you're into him, what he looks like, if he works out at the gym. We don't need to know all that stuff. The most important thing to ask, say if your friend is asking you for dating advice, ask her, well, how much do you think he's into you? If she says, I don't know. If she says she doesn't know, then that's a clear indication that she is with the wrong one. You want to be able to have the most power in the relationship. When he likes you more, that means he's working overtime to get your attention. That means he's constantly calling you and texting you and wanting to know how much you're into him and, where's this headed and can I see you again? If he's asking you these things, then you are in the most powerful position. If he is not asking you these things, then it's most likely that you are in the weaker position, and that's when you lose every time. If you find a guy attractive, hear me, leave him alone. If he gets you all hot and bothered, when you see him, it's like, whew, girl, he's so hot. If you ever say that about him, he's not the one for you. You want the one, and this is even when you're dating for marriage, even when you're dating to be a sugar baby, even when you're dating just to have fun, If you dating to be the side piece, whatever situation, you want to make sure, you want to make sure that he is always coming for you, coming for you, coming for you. If that's not the case, then you'll never be able to get money from him. You will never be able to capitalize on the relationship when he is not coming for you. There should never be a time when you are going after him. Ever. Never, ever, ever. You should never say, oh, how was the fishing trip? You should never reach out first. He should always be the one reaching out to you. He should be the one to pursue you, because that is the masculine thing to do. If he is an alpha male, which means he's most likely going to be a top breadwinner. Most top breadwinners are alpha males. If this is the type of man you're wanting to date and you want him to pursue you, then you want a PhD in psychology. Then you want to, if you want a man to pursue you, you want to be in the power position. You want him to always be coming after you. A lot of women get this mistaken. A lot of women get this mistake. They feel like, well, he took me on a date and I'm trying to build the bond. So should I reach out to him first? No, you shouldn't. You should never reach out to him first. You should never call him first. There should never be a time when you say, I love you first, ever, even in a marriage. Even in a marriage. Who was this? Rob. You was about to get X'd out, Rob. But yeah, so there should never, I'm moving my camera so I can look at the computer too, so you guys don't think I'm looking away. But so you guys need to make sure that at all times you're able to capitalize on whatever situation you put yourself in, okay? Because if he's enamored with you, if he adores you, if he thinks you're the best, if he thinks you are, you know, whatever, then you are able to have him, you're able to control the strings, you know. So yeah, so I always tell ladies when dating, if you like him, as soon as the lady says, you know, such and such and such and such happened, and I did this and he did that, but you know, I really like him. My first piece of advice is leave him alone. I don't care how good he is. I don't care how much money he's giving you. I don't care how much time you've spent with him. I don't care what the dynamic is. When you find yourself starting to fall, that is when you cut it off immediately. No explanation, no, I can't do this, no, none of that. You don't need any of that. You just cut it off. Cut it. Because when you start to like him, I'm going to tell you how a woman acts when she likes somebody. She's reaching out to him and saying, oh, good morning, how was I hope you have a good day. Here's a little something to keep me on your mind all day. That's pointless and redundant. You basically put yourself in the, oh, well, I know I could probably have sex with her anytime I want to, you know, category when you do stuff like that. Then a woman will start to say, well, yeah, it's okay if he comes to my house. I mean, we're building a bond, so it's okay if he comes to my house. And then the next thing you know, you're going to end up in the bed somewhere, you know, confused and can't figure out how y'all in the bed now. Oh, it's okay if I just cook for him because, you know, I mean, I really want him to know that I can cook. No, never, ever, 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 ever cook for a man. Don't do that. You don't have to prove your worth to a man. He should be the one proving his worth to you. If you ever find yourself where you're feeling like, oh, well, I really want to show him that I like him, or I really want him to feel like this about me. If you ever find yourself feeling those feelings, then you should probably stop what you're doing and not continue whatever it is you were doing, whether it's cooking or reaching out first or whatever, because he's going to feel like, okay, now she's chasing me and I can sit back. We've had several women in the group post about, oh, well, you know, as soon as I let my guard down, now things have changed and he's not talking to me anymore. Or as soon as I started doing this, now his reactions to me are different. And that's because you have put yourself in a masculine role. I was explaining on a consultation today that when you are dating. You don't want to be this to a man. If he's here, you don't want to be his complement, because then you put yourself in opposition with that man. You're not, men and women are not supposed to be equal. Men and women are not supposed to be equal at all. Not at all. They're not. I don't care that women can do the same thing that men can do. That's great. It's good that we have that sort of diversity and we can do one thing and we can do another. But the most important thing is to be like this to a man. You want to compliment him. You want to compliment him. You want to, where he has gaps, you want to be able to compliment him. That's the natural way things are supposed to be. That's why when you're involved with a man and there's an interaction between you that is sexual, there's going to be opposition. He's opposite of you. You know what I mean? So you can't, I don't want to be his equal as far as, statistically, as far as what I can do, as far as my knowledge, none of that. I want him to think I'm the lesser. I want him to think I'm easy. Oh, she's so stupid. I know I could get her. You know why? Because when he thinks that puts you in the power position. You can do anything at that point. If he thinks I know she at the house. She ain't going nowhere. I can be over here doing what I want to do while she's over here, waiting for me at home. You want him to think that. Because if something happens and you just pop up at the spot, then he's like, oh, you know what I mean? So you're able to play the game better when you're in a position of, when your intentions are obscured. Yes. When you don't let everything out all on the table. I'm going to get to you, Miss Adriana. You lied about something. I saw that. When you don't lay everything out all on the table and you say, okay, you let him talk. You let him do the pursuing. You let him do all of the, asking of the questions and stuff. Here's another thing that'll probably blow your mind. You don't have to hold up the end of the conversation on a date. You don't have to do the fillers when there's space in the conversation. You don't have to do any of that. Nothing. All you have to do is come to the date, laugh at jokes, ask questions about him, get him talking. Those are things you need to be doing on dates. You don't need to let him know that you're his intellectual equal, because when you're his intellectual equal, you're like his homeboy. And since you're his homeboy, why does he have to give you any money? He shouldn't have to give you money, because you should be able to get it yourself, right? If you can do everything that he can do, then he's not going to feel the need to help you, which is how you get the money. Easy peasy. Stop having such a big ego. Stop having such a big ego. Stop feeling like you have to compete with him. Stop feeling like there's a need for you to be always on. You know how you can always be on a date? Have your look together. That's how you can always be on. That's how you can always be his equal. You can be a man's equal and he doesn't even have to know it. How about that? You could be his equal and he doesn't even have to know it. In most cases, he probably shouldn't know that you are his equal, because you'll be able to capitalize more on that when he doesn't know those things about you. Just something to keep in mind. I wanted to give you guys that, because there's so many women who feel like they have to prove. And I know that, society and men even will say things like, well, there's more men than there are women. Hey, Miss G Yvonne, I just got the phone with her. There's more men than there are women. There's more competition between women than there is men. That's not true. That's not true. And I tell you it's not true because most of those women, if you think about it honestly, 99% of the people that you date are not going to be your husband. 99% of the people that you date will go no further than just a dating interaction. There are plenty of people in the world. There are plenty of people in your city. Everybody wants to say, well, it ain't like that in Memphis. It ain't like that in Charlotte. It ain't like that in China. It ain't like that here. It ain't like that there. Yes, it is. I could go anywhere in the country. I don't know about the world because I'm not a worldwide type of chick, but I could probably go anywhere in the United States and still get a sugar daddy. Period. Yes, there are more women than there are men, but most women don't know the game. I'm going to say a good 80% of women don't understand the game that they're participating in. Men do. Men have a game plan before they even come to the setting, So they have their game and they play it out. And you're playing his game. You want him playing your game. So stop talking so much. Stop being an open book. Stop being so genuine. I want him to like me for me. I want him to know me for me. All that is irrelevant. All that is irrelevant when you got to clock in tomorrow. You still got to go clock in, but you worrying about, you want him to be your equal, or you want him to find you, to see you a certain way. Most women aren't playing the game. And so since that's the case, that narrows your competition way down, since you ladies are getting the game, since you ladies are understanding the game. So there is a higher percentage of women in the world, possibly, in your city, possibly. But most of them are not going to be able to compete with you because they don't even know what you know. So just be quiet. Always conceal your intentions. Don't let it be known that, hey, I'm playing this game with you and I want you to give me some money. Don't go to the date and say, well, I'm 3 months behind on my rent, so I'm going out with this dude because I want him to pay my bills. Like, no. Don't tell them anything. Nothing. You tell them what is relevant at the time. You answer whatever question he's asking you at the time, but you give no more. If he says, what do you do for a living? You say, I'm a secretary. Period. You ain't got to say, I'm a secretary at a daycare and I do I file and I do this and I do that. You don't have to go into all this detail. Don't tell them something like, I'm a lawyer. I'm a consultant. Don't tell him anything that sounds like it requires any bit of college, Be dumb. It's okay. Be dumb and get paid. It is what it is, But always, always, always make sure that you're giving just enough to keep him there and not too much to run him off. So many women talk too much. Talk too much. I talk a lot all the time. But I talk a lot where it's relevant. You don't hear me, or you won't ever hear me oversharing. You won't ever see on like my Instagram page, such and such is happening with me today and I'm having such a bad day, it sucks. You won't see that because most people don't care. This man that you're on this date with doesn't care how you feel, doesn't care about your day, doesn't care about your mama, doesn't care about where you grew up, if you have brothers and sisters. He don't care about none of that. Of course he's going to ask because those are date asking questions, but he doesn't care. Just like most people on your social media do not care if you're having a bad day. They don't. Nobody wants to hear that. Social media is for putting your best stuff out there. If you're going, somewhere, or, you're doing something, okay, you can post that. But most of the time, people still don't care. You can post it if you want to. If you're somebody who has a big following and something like that, then okay, that's understandable. But most of the people that you know are like your coworkers, your family and friends, somebody you knew in kindergarten and you reconnected with, then people don't care that you got a toothache today. They don't, so stop oversharing. Just stop it. Stop oversharing on social media. Stop oversharing in general. Even in your life, you need to recognize that everybody is out for number one. Everybody's out for number one, especially the men that you're dating. So if you know he's out for number one, he's seeking to get something from you, then you need to be seeking to get something from him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Women want to give too much. They want to give. They want to be friends with everybody. They want to be likable. And I want her to like me and him to like me. And I want to be friends. And let's hook up and let's meet up and we can go out together. No, cut all that stuff out. When you came here, you came by yourself. You know, you're learning the game by yourself. You could teach somebody else if they want to know, but that's not necessarily your responsibility. It's not your responsibility to do that or be that, you know. Your responsibility is to get what you can get. A lot of women feel like, oh, Mickey, you savage, or that I'm selfish or mean or whatever. You know, who cares? You know, I mean, you could call it what you want, but I'm always taken care of because I take care of myself first. If I did not take care of myself first, then I can't expect other people to do the same for me. I can't. You cannot expect somebody to give you their whole paycheck. There's no way you should expect somebody to, you know, fund your whole lifestyle if you don't even take the time out to spend 2 hours on your makeup. If you don't even put makeup on, or if you don't even get dressed up and look pretty and, you know, sit properly and, you know, put yourself and feel like feminine. If you don't put yourself in a feminine role, then he has no incentive to try to take care of you. Just saying. Take it for what it's worth, but just saying. Okay, rant over. Okay, there's a million questions. So, what if he keeps asking you questions to try to get you to know you better? He gets turned off if I don't talk enough. Make up stuff. Ashley, you can make up stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. Just make up stuff. He lying. He lying on the date too, so just make up stuff. You know, you could say, but if you find yourself talking for more than 30 seconds, then you need to stop. You know, answer a question, of course, answer a question. But if you're talking more than 30 seconds, stop. Discontinue. Because you're talking and saying way more than he wanted to know, you know. He at what? Okay, hold on. Is it normal that he doesn't care or doesn't even ask how was your day? Yes, because he doesn't care. Miss Scorpio lady, he doesn't care how your day was. If he's giving you money, then I would not care. He don't need to know how my day was. I live with a man. How do you keep up a facade? Wait. Okay, hold on. I'm going to come back to that. Miss Adriana asks, you lied to your new boyfriend. You didn't finish school, but you said you're in university. What should I say? I'm afraid he'll find out. Why does that matter? It shouldn't matter that you didn't go to school or not. Your education level is not a big concern for most men. The most he's going to want to know about your education level is, did you learn yoga? Did you learn how to do the split so you can, you know, that's all he cares about. He doesn't really care if you went to university or not. If it does matter to him, that's because he wants you to help him build something, and he's going to use your knowledge as leverage. So if that's the case, then you really need to leave him alone, you know? Yeah. Being busy is so important, even if you have to lie, ladies. Don't be boring and unpredictable. Exactly. If you live with a man, I don't know what facade you would be able to keep up with, but you could still be feminine. Allow him to do everything. Don't cook. Stop cooking. Stop cleaning. Stop, you know, say you got cramps. Say your back hurts. Go to the doctor and pretend like, oh, you know, oh, I've been bleeding for a month straight and I just can't. Oh, I just can't. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just play like you're sick, you know, play like you can't do any of the things that you've been doing before. Just stop doing it all. You know, you live in St. Louis, you may need to move out of town to get a wealthy man. I don't think so. I think there's plenty of wealth there. He is rich, but he is about school, and I don't understand why. Because he wants you to help him build. He's probably stingy. You know, if he needs somebody to go to school, then you're not the one. You know, if anything, if it just gets that deep, then you need to go print off a certificate somewhere and say, oh, I graduated. There was only so many tickets I could have, and you weren't one of them. Sorry. Oops. You know, but I wouldn't even go into all that. I would just be like, whatever, you know. I will tell him I don't have school, but how should I do it in the right way? Just stop talking about it. He takes you to dinner and you have gifts. Is he paying your bills though? Is he giving you money? You're gonna poop after you eat that dinner. You're gonna poop. So that dinner's gone. Okay, you have a gift. What if your house burned down? The gift is gone. If you got money, you can put that stuff in the bank and stack it. I'm talking about getting you money, something that can sustain you, not a dinner and a gift. Not at all. No. Okay. Should we accept last minute dates? Never. If he doesn't respect your time, you know, you have to get prepared for these dates. You have to do your makeup and your hair. You gotta, you know, who knows? You gotta put your dog up. There's a bunch of different things that have to happen in order for a date to happen. As a man, he knows this. If he's asking you on a last minute date, it's because he doesn't respect your time, and he knows that you're pliable, you're bendable, you're willing to play his game. If you're willing to play his game, then he knows you have no game. So if he calls you at the last minute, you say no. Can you come out in 30 minutes? Absolutely not. Your ex used to pay all your bills. He's been communicating with me again. How do I get that going again? Just pretend like you want to have sex with him again. Hey, big head. Oh, I miss you. Hey. Send me a message, an email or a Facebook message if you want a consultation. Just start talking to him again, Miss Jaylee. Your boyfriend now doesn't take you out and recently asked how much I make, but I secretly think it's because he's shorter than me. How is he your boyfriend, first of all, if he's not taking you out? If he's not taking you out, he's not your boyfriend, so don't even put him in that category. If he's not taking you out, then he's useless as a man, so leave him alone. This guy wants to know more about me before he gives me money. What should I do? I don't understand that question. What do you mean he wants to know more about you? Like your social? I mean, I don't get it. You have to play dumb, but not be dumb. Exactly. You have to play dumb, but you don't want to be dumb. You want to pretend like you need his help for everything. You want to pretend like, oh, he's such a strong man and you couldn't live without him. But you don't want that to be the case. You don't want that to be the case. I was arguing with somebody in my comments just this morning. Some guy, well, you said, you know, that all it takes is just for you to be a woman and a man will take care of you. And I'm like, that's true. And then he's like, well, how do you have, you know, how are you? And I said, I run a business as well. I do have my own company, but I have my own company that doesn't even, my company money doesn't even contribute to my household, you know? So, but that's because I'm able to play dumb and not be dumb. I don't disclose what I'm making, and that's how you should be. You never tell a man, I don't care if he's your husband, how much you're making. How to recognize high earners. That's a whole nother video. Why are women so scared to be savage? I don't know. He wants you to commit before he gives you money. Okay, Miss Victoria, so commit. If he wants to feel like you're his girlfriend, then do it. I mean, doesn't necessarily have to be true. You could say, of course I'll be your girlfriend. All at the same time you're on the phone with Victor and Charles and Larry and Mike and Steve and Edwin and George. Girl, please. You can commit. You just don't, I mean, whatever. Why if he says he can't see you long term? Because he only surrounds himself with achievers. You said, what if he says he can't see himself with you long term because then he wants another man in his life. Men are meant to achieve. Men are meant to be earners and providers. Women are not meant to be that way. So if he says he can't be with you and he doesn't see you in his life as long term, that means number one, he's probably a dusty. He's most likely a dusty. And since that's the case, you don't need to be with him. If he feels like you're not an achiever, you know what my achievements are? This beat. Y'all see this beat I got going on? These are my achievements as far as my sugar daddies are concerned. And my husband. What did you do today? This right here. That's all he needs to know. If there's any more than that, then he's not attracted to you in that way, and he doesn't see you as somebody that he needs to provide for. So you need to X him out, Okay. So, okay, sorry. Uh-oh, y'all, I'm trying to read these comments. They're coming like super fast, sorry. When do you tell them your standards? You don't tell anybody your standards. Mask on podcast. You never tell anybody your standards. You show people your standards. So if he says, I only like somebody that's a high achiever, then you say, oh, okay, well, let me know when you find her. Or no, not let me know. Just say, okay, well, good luck finding her. And leave it at that. That lets him know, I don't have to impress you. There's nothing in my life that is incomplete because you're not impressed by me. If he feels like what you're doing in your life is not something that's satisfactory for his life, move it along. You don't have to prove your worth to anybody. You show people what your standards are. If he asks you to go, you want to go watch the game with me on Saturday? No. You know what that is? You know what standard that proves? That proves that I'm not your homeboy. Don't put me in that category. I'm not going to do things with you that you can do with another man, So you show people what your standards are, just like that. If he says, if he makes comments to you that are like derogatory, you nip it in the bud then. That's it. I just got a text from the psychologist. He wants to see me again, but old Mickey. I wouldn't date a psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever because they try to play mind games and stuff, and I just don't have time for that. I need a man that doesn't know anything about mind games because I play them well. So I don't need a man that's already trying to psychoanalyze me and stuff. I'm trying to get to the bag, honey. No, ma'am. When do you tell your standards? Sorry. Is it bad thing to cook for your family, even if he's paying the bills? You can cook for your family. Is he a part of your family, Miss Curly Girl Way? If he's your husband, I don't even cook for my husband. Heck no, I'm not cooking for you. No. You cook when you want to. If you got a taste for something, say you was wanting some nachos one day, or you had a taste for some ravioli or some home cooked blah blah blah, I don't know, rolls or something. Yeah, okay. But just to be cooking just because, heck no. I would cook for my children, but I'm not cooking for a man. Would you say it's worth dressing up when you're at work and you're mainly with dusties? Should you look good 24/7 or just when you're around POTs in particular places? I'm not dressing up to go to work, especially if I work with dusties. Why would you dress up for a dusty? They're really going to be coming for you then. They really going to want some PP. Nah, don't ever dress up for a dusty. First of all, if you're going to work, you need to look as basic as possible because your goal should be, I no longer want to work here. I'm not dressing up to be somewhere I don't even want to be. I'm going to be looking crazy as hell. If I'm at work, I'm not dressing up to look like nothing. No, not at all. Now, if you're going freestyling, of course, but no, I wouldn't. How do you keep getting money when I got it on the first date? You need a consultation. Reach one, teach one in Denmark. That's you have to keep them engaged. It depends on the person. He said he wants to help you, Miss Victoria. I don't understand what that means. He's trying to hit it and quit. My ex used to pay all the bills. Oh, sorry. Love and hip hop. What? Love and hip hop. Sorry. Is 3,000 too much to pay for a consultation? It ain't tricking if you got it. I don't know. Do you have $3,000? Um, you live in Las Vegas and you're competing with escorts. Yeah. How do I use that to your benefit? That's hard. You know, it's hard. They can get it for, you know, maybe 20 bucks or something. So competing with an escort is something that's very hard because you're not playing in that field. So I wouldn't live in Las Vegas. I would move. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I mean, that's too much competition. You're competing with men that look more beautiful than women. First of all, them drag queens out there is on 10, honey. And it takes a lot for the average woman to even get to 10. So, girl, I would be moving so fast. What if the man changes his mood? Should I drop him or stay away when he's annoyed? He can't get what he wants and be there when he's hopeful again and willing to invest in me. My husband is that way. He's very moody. And he has a right to be. He ain't getting no baby, so he's probably mad. But I don't care. If he mad, act like you don't even notice. Act like everything is, you know, bounce around like it's nothing. You know, bounce around like, oh well, you know. I would pretend like I don't even notice, especially if you live with him. If it's somebody you're dating, if he's not giving you money, then, you know, X him out. I would not put up with anything if it's somebody who's not giving me money or paying my bills. I wouldn't. You know, he can change his mood. He has the right to do that. But you also have a right to what's the word? Make people responsible for the way they're acting when they're in your company. Your man is an older Japanese music producer, very rich and very shy around me. What do I do to keep him interested since we live together now? I mean, I don't know. You need to let him do everything. Let him do everything for you. Don't do anything. If he lives with you, you know, you're going to have to stop doing a lot of stuff. Stop having so much sex with him, you know. Switch it up. Have sex in the garage one day or something. Have sex on the washing machine. I don't know, spice it up. But, I mean, living with a man is a different type of dynamic. So, yes, you need a consultation. He won't leave me alone, but he's really good in bed. And says I'm the best he's ever had. How do you get what you want from him? Stop having sex. What? He's really good in bed. Okay, so you got a wet butt. Girl, you got a wet butt, so you happy because you getting your little rocks off? Girl, who is this? Miss Queenabee? You got to be new to this channel, baby, because next, you was in a restaurant and you said you saw this car, said this chair is so hard, and he was like, don't worry, baby, and he even poured your drinks. Yeah, that's how you get it done. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm looking for a question. Oh, y'all laughing at me. I mean, that's ignorant. Come on, he good in bed. Girl, is he good with them deposits on Mondays? Girl, please. No. A POT wants to meet. He lives 31 miles away. Should I meet him at a place close to his home? No. He should come to you. You never go to him. He should come to you. Older men are intimidated by us. Men are not intimidated by women at all. Miss Bree says, older men are intimidated by us because you have the one thing they want the most, youth. Ladies, we have the upper hand. You do have the upper hand, but men are never intimidated by women. They're not. They have no reason to be intimidated. Like I said in another video, intimidation would imply that he's afraid of you, and men are not afraid of women. They may, they may like feel some type of way about it, but they're not intimidated by you at all. How should I keep him and drive him crazy if he is older? He is 35 and I'm 20. That's all you got to do, Miss Adriana. You 20 years old. All you got to do is be 20. That's it. If he's 20, if you're 20 and he's 35, he's already wanting you. You already have him where you are, you know. I was hoping you would do a video for your birthday. Aw, happy birthday, Miss Pretty and Young. She's so sweet. She's always so sweet in my comments. Happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. No. Where's the best place to get one in Atlanta? Everywhere. There's so much, especially if you're black in Atlanta. They are everywhere. POT, I had like 5 or 6 POTs when I lived in Atlanta. Atlanta's a great place to have a sugar daddy. Can you tell them a lower amount than you really make? Yeah, you could tell them something. You don't have to tell them what you make. Lie. He wants to help you with your bills. Great, 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 great. I'm looking for questions, y'all. Sorry. Let's see. Funny story. You've been posting this a lot, Miss Ultimate Nirvana. Funny story that just happened. My man just got back from an interview and had went to get a haircut. Paid $40 for a line-up girl. I said, was the barber cute? And he said, yeah, not $40 cute. I don't get it. So you posted that over and over to tell me your man got a haircut? Miss Ultimate Nirvana, I'm gonna need you to put some more to the story because I don't, what that mean? So he got a good haircut? I don't get it. Sorry. I mean, I'm like, what the hell? A haircut? Okay, is your hair done though? He talking about his haircut. Is your hair done? Like, what they got to do? No. Sorry. How do you look past their looks? Get you some drinks. Get you some drinks. You know, if he's giving you money, I'm telling you, you ladies do not understand. If a man is giving you money, he's automatically attractive. If a man is taking care of you, that's sexy. That's sexy. He could be 400 pounds and he is sexy. What? Sexy. I'm telling you, the more you drink, the more money he gives you, the sexier he is. If he doesn't have, if you wear glasses, don't wear them to the date. It's easy, girl. He's super sexy if he paying my bills. What if his father thinks you're not good enough? Then you're probably not. I mean, Miss Keitsa Willingham. His daddy ain't doing what you can do, so I don't know. Okay, you need my help, Miss Queenie? Y'all email me, DM me. I'm here, baby. I done got so many women in the game today. Woo! You kicked your ex Dusty to the curb. He couldn't pay all the bills. That's right. Good job. Hey, Miss Layla Love. You're 26 in law school, bad in relationships. You want to go to surgery. Should you drop law school and focus on finding a rich man? I would. I'm not doing nothing hard. Nothing. School is hard, girl. Do you want to be a lawyer? That's a super masculine, girl. No, I wouldn't be going to school to be no lawyer. Forget that. Save your money, get your look up, and get you a man. For real, because that's too much. Okay, sorry. I'm scrolling back up. You look so good, but you still never get hit on. Then you don't look good, Miss Olivia Pope. If you looked good, you would have a man and people would be hitting on you. Just because you look good to yourself or because your cousin and your mom and them tell you you look cute does not mean you look cute. If you're not getting hit on, you don't look good. I mean, just simple. You're new to my channel. Thank you. Hey, BJ. You're 48 and you just started seeing this guy. He's 36. He's 36. How do I work this situation to your advantage? You can't. You can't. He knows you're probably a sugar mama. So he's probably using you. You probably, playing trampoline with him every night and doing all that, getting your the brakes beat off. But no, I would not. Who is this? Hold on. I wouldn't be participating in that. Mm-mm. If he's that much younger than you, then he's most likely using you. He's using you. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let's see. Oh, y'all laughing. Ha ha ha. Advice on going shopping with the POT for the first time. Don't. Get the money. I'm not going shopping with a man. That is gay. I'm sorry. I know a lot of women do it. I just don't want you. I don't like men in my space. I don't like going shopping with my children even. And they're my own children. Shopping is a woman thing. Men go in and they find what they need and they leave. That's masculine. But I'm not going shopping with you. Why? That's just like, I'm not going golfing with you. You're not coming shopping with me. That's like him coming to the nail salon and sitting down with you. For what? No. Take him online shopping. Right. Take him online. Oh, she was hinting, the girl with the barbershop hinting he might be gay. Why would your man be interested in how cute the barber is? Yeah. Advice on building up the story to ask for financial help. You got to look good. That's it. You ain't even got to have a story. Just look good. Men do anything for a cute face. They do. Is it easier to find a sugar daddy in Alabama? I don't know. I have no clue. What do you say to ice cream or drink first dates? Do I look like an ice cream girl? I wouldn't even respond to that. If somebody asked me on a date for ice cream, that does not even deserve a response at all. If you say, want to go out for a drink, say sure. We'll go out for drinks at 6 o'clock. When you get there, say, oh my God, I'm so hungry. Aren't you hungry? And start ordering off the menu. There's you a date, You can always turn a drink date into a date. But I'm not going for no. If he say ice cream though, ice cream, that means he doesn't even think you're worth a meal, girl. No, ma'am. Has a sugar daddy ever ghosted you? And if he did you care? I'm pretty sure. Well, I've had some say I'm too high maintenance or it was too much for them or stuff. Yeah. I mean, did I care? No. I always have, several replacements. So I could care less if my husband ghosts me. Please. He always talks about past relationships experience, friend stories. It's so boring. And he calls like always. What do you do? I feel good when we are out. He is funny, but when he is calling, God, stop answering the phone. Stop answering. You don't have to. Here's another thing. Blow your mind number 3 of this video. You don't have to answer the phone just because somebody's calling you. You don't. Just because he's calling you doesn't mean you have to answer. Stop talking to him, Let's see. Youre tells us to act spoiled, but the same time says be in need. How to balance both. Being spoiled is being in need. I mean, when somebody spoils you, they're attending to your needs. So that's basically the same thing. Is being a gold digger being a mean person? I'm not mean at all. I'm super nice to my sugar daddies because they give me money. So no, but they understand that in order to keep being with me, they're going to have to give me money. So I'm not mean at all. Yeah. Sorry, I'm scrolling up, guys. I'm sorry. Ooh, I can't find a question mark. Hey, Ashley, you just joined me. Welcome. Hey, guys, to all the new people. We're talking about when women like men, they start acting crazy. They start stalking him. They start wanting to know, why didn't he call me? And how come he isn't available, and what does it mean when he does this, and you start to care too much about them when you start liking them. So that's why I said if you like him, then you need to leave them alone. Your new guy is 5'4". Get him. I'm pretty sure he's willing to pay. Shorty doo wop. Okay. Okay, so should I try Tinder? No. No, ma'am. Don't try Tinder. Stop texting? No. Would you advise moving in with a man who pays all the bills? No. Not unless it's something that's in your name. I wouldn't advise living with a man at all, because then he's gonna expect, that's live-in PP. If you move in with a man, you should have a wedding date set. There should definitely be something serious going on, because I mean, I can't do it. I'm not living with a man for any reason, because you can't have multiple sugar daddies, multiple men, because then he's gonna be trying to go through your phone, and no, I can't do it. What if he wants things fast? Says his former wife moved in with him in 2 weeks. Says people know immediately if they can love someone. Okay, that's fine, but that's your former wife. That's not me. Why is he telling you what his former wife did anyway? Why do you care what his former wife did? That's not you. Don't let a man pressure you to play his game. You pressure him to play his game. You should say, well, my ex paid all of my bills and my mama's bills, and I never had to worry about nothing, since he just want to, move in and stuff. He wants to live in PP. No, sir. No, you're not. The barber a man? Y'all still talking about the barber? Tips on how to vet them. Background checks. One wants to take me to Jamaica. I'm not going to Jamaica. You better have his whole background. See his driver's license. Jamaica? No, ma'am. Let me see, who is this? Just a suggestion. If people are asking questions, on easy way for you to see it is to have them put a question mark. Oh, if you put a question mark at the beginning, good, thank you, good looking out. Put a question mark at the beginning and it's much easier for me to see. Yes, thank you. You feel intimidated by older men. How can you find that? I don't know what that means. Yay, I'm making your day, Miss Roxy Magic. I'm glad I can make your day. You told, what? Whitney says she told him you want to do law enforcement and work for the New York Police Department and forensic science. He says no. Why? Why do you want to do that? It doesn't get more masculine than that. That's very masculine. You want to be a police officer? You want to be a police officer? No. That's, I mean, okay. You're a few weeks into your real estate classes and you have been flirting with the instructor and you want to make him your POT. Okay. One way to make sure you are not using, how to be cute, smart, and goofy all in one. Girl, I don't know. That's no Tinder, Miss Blessed. No Tinder. Get off the internet. Go live. Go meet people. Go see what he smell like. He could be stinking. You worrying about on Tinder, and he could be up there smelling like a barn full of billy goats. And you talking about some, girl, no. Get off Tinder. What's the best straight way to ask him for money? Do you have to put out just to get what you want? Can a conversation suffice? Miss LaDasia Johnson, click off this video and go to the one where I said sex is for poor people, peasants, and prostitutes. That's the one you need to be watching, baby. Because no, you don't have to put nothing out. You better put out this lipstick. That's it. That's it. This is a very rich old man, and he's bragging about his success. And that nobody likes a gold digger. Of course, everybody gonna say they don't like gold diggers, but they do. They do. Nobody likes gold diggers. That's like women saying, I don't like a man with muscles. Okay, yes you do. Come on now. Tips for dating on the low while you're in a relationship: just not care. Care about yourself. Who cares about what the other person is thinking? If you cannot date other people while you're in a relationship, that means you care too much about his feelings. You scared what he gonna do when he find out. Well, I don't want him to know. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care if you find out. Good if you find out, because I'm gonna do me regardless. I'm gonna do me. So we're not. You care too much. Stop caring. Have more than one. Have several. Have several. So that if he do get mad, you be like, so are you leaving? Are you leaving? Because there's a line. There's a line. So if you leave, I just want you to know I'm going to be playing trampoline with Derek and Chris and John and Alex as soon as you leave. So you can leave, but make sure you don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. That's it. That's all you got to do. When you wear wigs and lashes, men assume you have money and you don't know how to deal. That's because you're dealing with brokies. What's the best way to ask him to give you money? Miss Delia, girl, you and this money. Do you think all men like the baby voice? Yeah. I don't think all men do. Some men are probably going to be, it's not a baby like, not like that, but it's a baby voice like, oh my God, I just wish I could really, do more for myself, but I just don't know if I can ever figure it out. That's my baby voice. My baby voice is not like a baby. You don't want to sound like a toddler, but when I say baby voice, I mean like, help me please type of voice. Is there any chance for a 54-year-old woman? Yes, honey, you better get to twerking and monkey. You need to get on some PPs. If you 54, you need to get on them PPs, honey. For real, you need to be a straight porn star. If I was 54 and single, I'm getting down through there, honey. For real. I'm just saying. Can you tell us how you met some of your sugar daddies? Out and about, everywhere. Everywhere. I don't have a specific place that I go to. I've done a couple of videos about that. Sugaring in a small town, move. I don't know. Small towns are hard because you have to protect your reputation. So doing it in a small town makes it kind of hard. Tips on how to keep your sugar daddies in order. I have a spreadsheet. You should too. Dusties are the ones who text what you doing. Are you ever afraid to get caught up when out in public? One sugar daddy might want to see you. No, for what? Why? They can't get mad. They cannot get mad. Okay, here's the thing. Blow your mind, number 4 of this video. Somebody getting mad at you is not the worst thing that's gonna happen. Ooh. The horror. Oh my God, he's mad. Okay, he mad. If I'm with one sugar daddy and I see another one, I'm waving. Hey, who cares? You should have so many on the roster that if one does decide to fall off, it's not gonna matter. His little money can be replaced. So then you turn to this one and you say, okay, well now I'm gonna need some money because he fell off the roster. What are you gonna do? Come up and punch you in the face? Y'all be so scared to money. What if you find out? Okay, find out. Please, girl, I don't care about stuff like that. Not even a little. Okay. I know still no money button, Miss Layla. That's why I'm really mad at YouTube right now, and I'm really considering not doing these videos any longer because I'm not getting paid for this. This is free game for real. And I'm like, but anyway. So your sister, okay, your sister, Miss Hoodoo Queen Latoya, is going on a date tonight with someone he suggested to a pub, and I told her to suggest a high-end lounge. He said he was okay with going there. Should she go? I mean, of course, they're going to suggest something cheap at first, so if she's going to somewhere better, then yeah, I would. You feel intimidated by older men. How do you fix that? Stop being intimidated. I mean, I don't know. What do you feel like he's going to do to you? I don't know. Do you know anything about Marlo Hampton? Um, about the older man, 30-year-old daughter that knows the game. I don't know what that means. Are you in a sorority? Mm-hmm. Yes. And it's not the one you think it is either. You want to be a flight attendant. Okay. Um, Hello, I'm looking for a beautiful hot woman with class to travel with me to Las Vegas. Anyone looking for a rich Canadian sugar daddy, call me. Y'all better call Wayne. Wayne in these comments, 807-623-7419. Call Wayne. Get on that. I'm not going to Vegas at all. You can meet you one there, boo-boo. Can't help you. Your sister is going on a date. Oh, we already said that. Tips on how to keep your sugar daddies in order. Dang, y'all. Okay. How do you ask for money without him getting offended? You don't. How do you navigate this sugaring arena with as an older woman? As an older woman, they already know what it is. You older, so they know you got bills. They know you got bills. You better, girl, if I was an older lady, they would have to be dropping me off some money. For real. Don't be cooking. Don't be sitting up talking to them all day. Act like you're the prize. Act like you're the queen, you know. How do you initiate convo around seemingly wealthy men? See, here's the thing, Miss Star Asia. That's why I made this video. You don't initiate a conversation. You don't put yourself in a masculine space. Ever. You need to be a woman at all times. At all times. Miss Pretty and Young, I'm gonna come back to that. At all times, be a woman. Never put yourself in a man's place. You don't initiate a conversation. You get him enticed enough so that he wants to initiate the conversation, but you never do that. Miss Pretty and Young wants to know, when did I decide to be a sugar baby? It's probably always been one. I think I've always been one since I started dating, seriously. I've always required a man to give me stuff. I think receiving gifts is my love language. And I like to receive good gifts. Like, I hate half-assed gifts. That really infuriates me. Because I was raised to be a receiver. My parents were always giving to me. So it's never a thing. Since I was raised that way, it just kind of happened that way, you know? So I've never been a giver. I've always been I do give good gifts to my friends and stuff. But I never, like to a guy, I've never been one to give to a man. So I think it's always been that way for me. Yeah. You're new to my channel and you're curious. I mentioned my husband. We're not talking about him, Miss Jennifer. I'm not separated. I am not separated. He's at work, actually. Most of the time I do my videos, my husband is working. Should you move from your parents and work and find a rich man, or should you stay and find a rich man? I think y'all be trolling for real. Should you leave your parents and go to work, or should you stay with your parents and find you a rich man? What you think? That don't even sound really. How can sugaring ruin your reputation? Because people are gonna say, you know, she a gold digger. She only want men for their money. Why you gonna be with her? You know. So in a small town, it makes it hard. Are you going to do any live consultation videos on the internet? I actually did, Miss D. Rena. I've already done that. We should work on ourselves first and get your own money before dating or sugaring. No. What? I have my own money. It just so happened to have come from somebody else. Once they give it to me, it's mine. My work is getting all of this put together, making sure I'm right and tight when I go to the date, so I'm sexy, but I'm not gonna go to work. I'm not going to work so I can have my own money. My own money came from somebody else. So no. Hey, Maria. Yes, Marjorie Harvey. I'm trying to be Marjorie Harvey for real. That's my goal. That's my goal. Yeah. Let's see. Thoughts on dating professional athletes. If you're not a professional model, don't date a professional athlete. He's gonna cheat. He's gonna probably never be there. You know, you have to share him with a bunch of other women. You should probably never have sex with him because he's having sex with so many other women. Why does he want your PP? You know, no, don't. I wouldn't. Um, what about the man's 30-year-old daughter that knows the game and is trying to intercept? I mean, if you're dating a guy who has a daughter who's trying to tell her dad that you're gaming him, he's probably going to listen to her. Have more than one, always. How do you ask for money without him getting offended? If you're an older woman, what am I doing wrong just getting younger men? You're entertaining younger men. If you find out he's younger, stop talking to him. That fixes that. Next, just stop talking to him. You decide to get your tubes tied. You were holding out for just in case something changes, but I don't see changing, so I'm tying them up. I mean, okay. See what I'm saying? About women oversharing. Like, why would you tell that to the whole internet that you're getting your tubes tied? Like, that wasn't even a little bit TMI. You're 21. Can you find a good man in his late 30s? Yes. How can I have a man who is married? I love him so much, and he wanted to cheat on her with me. Miss Sarah is the reason for this video. If you like him, leave him alone. I love him so much. Leave him alone. Pretend he dead. When you go to sleep tonight, I want you to lay down in your bed, close your eyes, and imagine his funeral. Imagine that he died. Imagine he is no longer available for you. Block his number, block him on social media, block him from everything you are connected to him with. Because you talking about you love him so much. He don't love you so much because he playing trampoline with his wife. But you love him. He buying his wife gifts, but you love him. When you go to bed tonight, pretend he dead, baby. Because he need to be. Because you love him so much. Love that. Love yourself and get a man that wants you. Can a sugar daddy give you diabetes? Miss Petty Betty, you being petty for real. Can a sugar daddy give you diabetes? Girl, bye. People so stupid. Pick me, mom. My boyfriend understands how a real man should behave. Every time the in-laws come to town and see how we living, what is that? Y'all got to excuse my children. Y'all know I got boys. I have a house full of boys right now. So his relatives is interfering. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Your influence on him has to be stronger than his family's. So that's the only way to combat that. I don't know how some ladies have more than one sugar daddy. I tried that and it stressed you out. Because I want to live carefree. That's why. It's easy. I don't go to work. It's easy. They can call and talk to me. Sure can. If I'm available. It's easy. What do you mean you don't know how? I don't see how a woman can choose going to work every day over allowing somebody to give them money. I don't get it. That's what I don't understand. For real. You're talking about getting money of your own before you have secured a sugar daddy. You don't need money okay, when you say money of your own, that could come from anywhere. I'm not going to ever suggest that a woman go to work, ever. I'm going to suggest you do your makeup, perfect your hair, perfect your look, perfect your style, perfect the way you look. If you need to lose weight, lose weight. That's what I'm going to suggest. You don't need to have money before you get a sugar daddy. You need to be hot, beautiful, pretty, sexy before you get a sugar daddy. That's what needs to happen before you get a sugar daddy, not getting no money. You're an Italian boy. and I'm very beautiful and more intelligent. What? I don't know what that means. Um, that's it. Answer to every question. Key fabulous. The answer to every question. Level up, look good, and use what you got to get what you want. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. Advice on freestyling. Do you see yourself making a freestyling video? No. You think I'm incriminating myself? So you want me to put what I do on tape so y'all can see? And somebody can look up. No, I'm not stupid. You should know I'm smarter than that. Come on now. But I will do a workshop for freestyling to help teach it, but I will never be recorded doing nothing. No paper, no proof. How do you recommend casual freestyling for younger women when older men will be cautious that we just want the money? They know you just want the money. They'll get over it if you look good enough. They don't care. Why would you move out the comfort zone? Money aren't all in life. You are intelligent and more serious for this. Congratulations. I don't know. Why would a woman get her tubes tied? Tips being approached by older white men. Same as older black men. What about a 5 years older, a man 5 years older, and he wants to give you an allowance of $2,000 a month? If that's what you want, I mean, that's good. $2,000 more than you had. Who's hating, Petty Betty? Who's hating on me? Girl, please. What do you do if a sugar daddy pressures you for sex after he spent money on you? Hey, you're new to my channel, Miss Raven33 Abel. They're gonna pressure you. You just act like you don't hear them. Don't respond. Change the subject. Play like you didn't, understand what he meant. How to avoid sleeping with your dusty husband? Tell him no. Punch him in his throat. Slap him. What you mean? Say no. He's not gonna rape you. Just say no. Somebody asked me that today. How do you don't have sex with your husband? How do you not? No. Or you can say, but most people aren't as blunt as me. So let me give you some sheer advice and fluff it up a little bit. Because I know she would probably say, well, you just want to tell him, I don't feel sexy since I'm having to help you pay the bills. I don't really feel like a woman, I feel like weird. Or we can't wash the clothes. I have the same panties on I've had on for 4 days. Do you really want to have sex with that? You could, there's a bunch of ways. You could say, you know what, we really can't afford a bunch of stuff, so my juices can't get the flowing. My juices flow much better when I find out you've booked a trip to Jamaica, as opposed to we finna watch Love and Hip Hop tonight. That's not sexy. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of watching Love and Hip Hop reruns. I want to go somewhere. I don't know. Maybe if you went and spend a little money, maybe I would be able to have some sex. But until then, I can't. It's not a whole lot I can do, Girl, I avoid sleeping with my dusty husband every day. Go on dates with other men when that pee-pee get to wiggling. Girl. Sleep with a married man. Sleep with a married trifling man. Girl, bye. He will use you up and still keep his dumb wife. True. Should I have a separate wig and look for sugaring in school? Not necessarily. And then people, is there any chance for ugly but pretty with makeup? Okay, Sarah. Here comes Sarah. Is there any chance for ugly but pretty with makeup girl to find a rich man to marry? I mean, if you're skinny, if you're real super skinny, like those wealthy men like, then yeah. But if you're ugly and pretty, I mean, most women are ugly and pretty with makeup. I'm not, I ain't the finest without makeup, but put that beat on and I'm in there, So, I mean, you could. I already said I was going to do a workshop, Miss Danny, and I think 2 people came. So, yeah, it was good though. It was nice. Um, I told my guy I don't sleep with my roommate. Let me see. She said, oh, oh, I lost the comment. She said she don't sleep with her roommate. What did he say, girl? Oh, you don't sleep with your roommate. You moved him to the spare room too and stayed looking good. His nose is open, but I need his wallet before I return. Pow. Hey, Miss Shaman. That's how you do it. Um, can you do a lookbook on how to look? I can, yeah. Studying to be a licensed esthetician, laser tech, to learn skincare and makeup better, but I'm really not trying to work once the glow up is complete. Yeah. Okay, let me just scroll to the bottom. That's too much. Do you recommend looking for sugar daddies in different big cities online? No, I don't recommend nothing online. Period. You're sick of going on so many dates. I go on 2 a day. How can I get money up front and stop wasting time? You go on 2 a day, but you're not getting money? Miss Goddess 33, stop going on dates. Why are you going on two dates with people that ain't even giving you money? Start there. Make sure they're giving you money before you even go on a date. Um, do I recommend looking for oh, I already said that. That's crazy, girl. You doing too much. Do you think women can get money from men on social media or a waste of time? I've never done it. I don't even try. Where's a good place for a happy hour in Houston? I normally don't go to happy hour, Kimmy. Just because happy hours where men are on the prowl too. So again, I've said this before, I play winning games. I'm not gonna bring the lamb to the lion. I'm the lion because I'm searching who I can find. So I'm not going to no happy hour. Definitely not to get no man because he looking for everybody too. So, oh, a licensed esthetician and a makeup to do your makeup better, but you're not. Oh, you already said that. Okay, so yeah, so that's it, guys. Let me wrap up the video. I've been on here a long time. So, like I said in the beginning, if you like him, leave him alone. Stop being. If you want to join the group, uh, you can definitely join the group. It's open all the time. Just send me an instant message and I'll be glad to add you guys. Um, but yeah, if you like him, just leave him alone. Stop talking to him. Um, for real, because you're going to play yourself. You're going to get your feelings involved. And once your feelings get involved, then your body gets involved and everything else goes down the drain, um, period, you know. What if a guy wants to marry me and be able to support us until I finish school and find a job? How do I just skip finding a job when we get married and make him continue paying? If you're married, your husband has to provide for you. If your husband doesn't pay the bills, y'all gonna be homeless. So you don't pay bills. Just because he's expecting you to get a job doesn't mean you have to get one. Um, so yeah, I saw one more question. Hold on. What advice can you give someone who is still feeling a little stuck with mindset, or really not so much mindset, but more so on the conversation piece? You shouldn't be stuck as far as your conversation is concerned because he should be conversing with you, not the other way around. Um, stop trying to be important to him and make sure, I mean, don't not stop make sure, that's not what I meant to say, I'm sorry. You need to make sure he's pursuing you and not the other way around. If you're stuck, it's because you're choosing to be stuck. There's nothing anybody can do to help you out of that but you. So get unstuck. I don't know. it's not true. You had a friend that wore no makeup and had older men giving her money. It's about the mouth game, and if you look good, it's easier. Okay, Layla, she's 1 in a million. I know that. She is 1 in a million. She might have men giving her money, but what kind of money? $200 as opposed to 2,000? Come on now. What does giving her money mean? What do you think or tell yourself to stay hyped up? I don't know. What do I do to get myself hyped up? Cardi B songs, Beyonce songs. I, tell myself I'm beautiful. I listen to affirmations and I don't know. I just always Dirty Diana. That'll get you there. Some throwbacks. Just music most often. But I'm pretty much amped up, I guess. But okay, summing it up. How could I leave him alone? What'd she say? What if he's really cute, Miss B girl? Now I know Miss B girl be on these videos up and down, all in the comments on every video. And you talking about how can you leave him alone if he's cute? Girl, let me sum this up. Okay, so let me sum this up by saying, if you like him, your feelings are going to get involved. You're going to start acting like a pick-me, most likely. When your feelings get involved, your body's going to follow. Once your body is involved, you will most likely no longer be receiving money at all. That's when it'll stop, because he is pursuing you because he wants the PP. Once he gets the PP, he's going to be gone. So make sure you keep your feelings in check. Make sure he is pursuing you more than you are pursuing him, and you will always win. Make sure he's playing your game and you're not playing his game. Always keep it this way. Always keep it this way. If you would like a consultation or you want more information about the groups that I participate in, you are more than welcome to send me a Facebook message. You can send me an email or what have you, and I will be glad to get back with you and help you out if you have more specific questions. But again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support and all the love. We have like over 3,000 followers or subscribers at this point, so I'm really excited about that. When we get to 5,000, I'm going to do another giveaway, a bigger giveaway. So please, 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 please like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook and everywhere else, and I'll be seeing you guys later. This was fun. This was fun. Like my video. 5,000 is the goal. When we get to 5,000, I'm going to do a huge giveaway. Super huge giveaway. So, thank you guys for watching. Bye.